Alright, hello. My name is the Math Train, and we are going to be determining the equation of the line. We have the very simple formula for the line being right here, y equals mx plus b. We have vertical line and horizontal line. We also have what the slope is at a horizontal line and a vertical line. With horizontal line, the slope is 0. With vertical line, the slope is undefined and infinity. We have 0 being divided by a number, which is the rise and run. If the 0 is on top, then it's 0 completely. The numerator is 0, must remember. And then we have vertical line, which if a number is being divided by 0, that it's division by 0, then it becomes undefined or infinity. I can accept both. And the denominator is 0. To remember, we can never divide by 0, so it just becomes inconclusive and undefined and infinity. So we have the m slope equals rise over run. That's m. And its slope, which is rise over run, the y-intercept is b right there. And let's begin. The coordinates of a point and the slope of a line are given. Graph the line through the point with the given slope. Determine the equation of the line. Alright, so point given, we were given 5 to 5 comma 1. So that's their point given. And then the slope is 2, so point is a 5 comma 1, slope is 2 over 1, being rise over run. And then we use the slope to graph. So we have up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, and then that is our line right there. So we find the y-intercept. So we find the y-intercept, or b, in the line formula of y equals mx plus b. So we have the y-intercept right there. Y-intercept being 0, 9, negative 9. And then we have the equation of the line as well. So y equals mx plus b. M being slope, b being the y-intercept, and the slope is 2 minus 9. And that is our equation. That is the determining the equation of the line. So I'll start this as well. Moving on. So we have point B, which is 3 comma negative 2, and then we have the slope, which is 4. And let's begin. So we have point B equals 3 comma negative 2, and then slope. Four over 1, which is rise over run. And then we have the y-intercept, which is b, but let's begin graphing this point. So it's 3, negative 2, b, 3, negative 2, rises up 4 over 1. 4 over 1. Down 4 over run. Down 4 over run. Down 4 over 1. And then we have the y-intercept, or b, which is 0, comma, negative 14. And then we have y equals mx plus b, m being slope, b being y-intercept. So then we have y equals 4x minus 14. Moving on. Oh, sorry. And a big line. And that's our line as well. Moving on. So now we have the point given, which is c, negative 2, comma 3. We have the slope given, which is negative 1 over 1, or rise over run. And because it's negative, the slope, the line's going to look like this. It's going to go down this way for negative slope lines. So we have negative 2 to the power of negative 2, comma 3. And then we have down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. And so we have C being the point there. Negative 2, comma 3. And then we have y-intercept, which is 0, comma 1. And it's just going down 1 and over 1. So we graph the point given. We have our y-intercept. And then we have the creation of the slope, so negative 1, x, and it's plus 1. And that's the equation for the line. Y equals mx plus b. And then m being slope, and b being y-intercept. And then we found the y-intercept, or we can look at it as b for the equation of the line. So that's what we're basically doing, is we're graphing the line until we get the y-intercept. And then we put the y-intercept in with the equation of the line, because not only are we supposed to graph the line, but we're also supposed to find the equation for the line as well. Moving on. So we have the point and then the slope. So we graph the point given first. Let me just, okay, so we graph point given. We use slope, to graph line. And then we find y-intercept, the point in which it crosses so we find the y-intercept point in which it crosses the y-axis by graphing. And then we create equation of the line. So those are our steps. And now let's do this. So it's 2, 0. And then that's point D, 2, 0. And then again, because it's a negative slope, we're gonna go down negative slope lines. So it'll look like alright, so we are gonna go down 3 and then over 1. Down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. Up 3 over 1. And there we go, we have our y-intercept right there. So our y-intercept being 0, 6. And then we have y equals negative 3x plus 6, which is our equation of the line. So that's our equation of line up there. And then we have y equals mx plus b, m being slope or rise over 1, and then b being y-intercept as well. I'll give you a moment to write that down. Here are our steps. And we'll move on in just a moment. I will get some coffee. Alright, moving on. So, we have a point given. We graph the point given. We use the slope to graph the line. We find the x-intercept is the point where the line crosses the y-axis. And then we create the equation of the line as well. So let's do this. We have our point being e, negative 4, negative 1. We have our slope, which is a half, or 1 over 2, aka rise over 1. And then we have, we're going to graph this point as well. So, negative 4, negative 1, right here. and that's e negative 4, negative 1. Then we go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, and it continues to go up 1 and over 2 indefinitely. And then we have our y-intercept right there being 0, 1. So we graphed the point given. We used the slope to graph the rest of the line. We found the y-intercept, and now we need to do the equation of the line. Being y equals 1 over 2x plus 1. And how did we get that? Well, we have our slope, which is m, being 1 over 2, or rise over run. And there is a formula for slope that you will learn later, but for now we're just given the slope, and we will use that slope to graph the line. We have formula of a linear line. We have y being 1 over 2x plus 1. Hold on. Alright, so we have that as well, and then we have the y-intercept found. Found by graphing. Alright, so alright, so here's that, and now we have G, and the formula, we have G, and we have a slope of 0. Remember, the slope of 0 is a horizontal line. If it is undefined or infinity, it is a vertical line. And let's begin. So we have horizontal line being 0 divided by a number equals rise over run, slope being 0, rise over run, horizontal line, slope being 0, and then we'll do vertical line being slope undefined or infinity. So we have number over 0, division by 0. It's inconclusive, cannot. Alright, so we have a point given, and then we have a slope of 0, which means that the the horizontal line, the slope is 0. It's just going to be a horizontal line that is parallel to the x-axis. But let's graph this point. This steps don't change, so we're going to graph the point as well, which is 5 to 2. It is a horizontal line. So point G 5, 2, slope being 0. So it's rise over run. And so it's just a horizontal line. Oh, we have G 5, 2 right there. And it continues there, like so. The slope, so y, there is no slope, and it is +2, so that crosses out, y equals 2. And that's the equation of the line. Because the slope is 0, x cancels out, this will cancel out, and that's about it. Thank you very much for listening. Hope you found this helpful. And have a great day.